If you're seeing this, this is your sign to get started. So I want to start off by telling you a story. This morning I wake up in the dark, get out into the city in the dark, and I go to a blood donation center to give blood because there's a need for that. Sometimes people need blood donated, and people who are sick or have different diseases need to have blood switched out. So I get up early this morning to go do that. And upon doing that, I'm realizing that as draining as it is from me, and as much as it's being taken from me and people are receiving from me, I'm getting quite a bit out of it as well, because I get to help them. And when you do that, when you help people, you do things for other people, it comes back to you many, many times over. Sometimes you don't see exactly the connection to how it comes back to you, but it often comes back to you exactly how you gave it. So for example, if you want to give your money away, you're going to probably find some abundance of monies in your future, whether it be near or further down the road. Now, the problem with this thinking for most people is that they don't have the patience, and their ego prevents them from doing this type of thing. But if they can just think a little bit selflessly for the selfish returns that it brings, then, to be honest, the fruits of this type of labor are well worth it. Now, as far as this being your sign, the reason why I'm making this video is so that you guys can understand. Hold on as I get into the car here. So you guys can understand exactly where you are versus where you could be. And I know you're all thinking, well, how is this a sign for me? If you feel like you've been constricted, if you feel like you haven't been getting out of life what you think you deserve, then I ask you to heed to this advice and start putting out more, start giving more, start doing more for others so you can get that return that you've been looking for. Bear with me, I'm just gonna drive safely here with the seatbelt. But this applies to all areas of life. It's not just in, the donation sense, financially. Like I mentioned to you, this started out with a donation of blood, this thought. But I remember back to times in the past, anytime I've given my time for someone or something or some cause, it always comes back tenfold, at least. So, for example, the best employees will show up early, stay late. They're not looking to clock out 10 minutes before the shift is over. And what ends up happening usually is those guys get a little bit more out of the employer. The ones that put in the extra effort get a little bit more out of the employer. Not everywhere, not every single job, but that's a whole nother can of worms. Knowing your worth and knowing when to walk away. But generally speaking, you get out what you put in. So, to tie this all together, this is your sign to start being a little bit more generous with the things that you have, the skills that you have, the time that you have, the finances that you have, whatever it may be, whatever you can put out and give to others freely, more freely, and even if it's a bit of a struggle for you, I would say that's what you could double down on, because that's what you're seeing the constriction is, that's what you're feeling that you have the lack in, that you need. In order to get more of it, you're going to have to put more of it out. So if you want more time, give time to others. If you want more money, send out money to others. If you want more food, Go buy, cook, and give food to people who need it. You're gonna find some amazing things are gonna start happening in your life. I'm gonna share some more examples coming up soon, but I just wanted to wrap up with this. If you're coming across this video, perhaps this is your sign. Peace out.